Everyone wants to know when to buy a house. I get that question every single week. Right now, the answer is not yet. There are three specific conditions that have signaled the bottom in every housing correction in the last 50 years. I'm going to show you exactly what they are and where we are on each one of those cycles right now.
Here's what I want to give you today. Not just the answer, but the exact framework I use to arrive at it. Because the question is not really when will prices drop. The question is what three conditions have signaled the bottom in every housing correction in the last 50 years. When those three conditions align, the window opens. And the people who already know what to look for are the ones who move first. Right now, we are not there on any of the three, but we are closer on one of them than most people realize. Let me show you what the conditions are, where we stand on each, and what the historical record says about what happens when they finally converge. Condition 1. Forced sellers appear in volume. This is the most important of the three. And it is the one most people miss because they are watching the wrong indicator. Most people watch list prices. They are watching the wrong number. List prices are what sellers want. Forced seller prices are what the market actually clears at. A forced seller is someone who has no choice, not someone who would prefer to sell, someone who must sell. Job loss, foreclosure, divorce, estate sale, relocation with no option to wait. In 2008, forced sellers flooded the market between late 2007 and mid-2009. That is when prices corrected 30 to 60%, depending on the market. The forced sellers were not listing at those prices on day one. The correction happened because they had no alternative. They had to take whatever the market would pay. Right now, forced sellers are not appearing in volume. The unemployment rate is 4.4%. Most homeowners locked in rates between 2 and 4% and have no financial incentive to sell. The freeze we have documented on this channel is not driven by distress. It is driven by owners trapped by their own low rate. That changes when job losses accelerate, when the bankruptcy wave reaches households, when the recession probability JP Morgan is pricing becomes an actual recession. We are not there yet on condition 1, but the inputs are moving. 700 major corporate bankruptcies last year. 92,000 jobs lost in February before the Iran war's full impact registered. When condition 1 triggers, it will move fast. The families already watching for it are the ones who will be positioned to buy before the broader market realizes what is happening. Condition 2, inventory reaches 6 months of supply or higher. The standard measure of a balanced housing market is 6 months of inventory. Below 6 favors sellers. Above 6 favors buyers. In January 2026, existing home sales fell 8.4%. But inventory did not spike. It is currently running around 3.7 months nationally, still a seller's market. The reason inventory stays compressed is the rate lock effect. Owners who bought at 3% cannot afford to trade into a 7% mortgage, so they stay. Supply stays tight. What breaks this is condition 1. When forced sellers appear, they add inventory regardless of their mortgage rate. They do not have the luxury of waiting. In every previous housing correction in the last 50 years, 1980, 1990, 2008, the inventory surge and the forced seller wave arrived together. We are at 3.7 months of supply. We need to see 6 or higher. Watch the monthly inventory reports. When that number starts moving from 3 to 4 to 5, the market is shifting.
Hey, real quick, the part that catches most people is that they are not ready for the mortgage side of the buying a home or buying a rental equation. The Mortgage Master Bundle was built for exactly this moment. It's designed to give you a step-by-step strategy to position against rising rates. If you want to be ready, check the link down below for the Mortgage Master Bundle and save a ton of money on your next mortgage or loan. And now let's jump right back into it.
Condition 3, price-to-income ratio returns to historical norms. This is the math condition, and right now it is the most stretched in recorded history. The median existing home price in January 2026 was $396,000. The median household income is approximately $78,000. We are at 5.1 times income. The historical norm for a healthy housing market is a price-to-income ratio of 3 to 4 times annual income. To return to 4 times income at current household earnings, the median home price would need to fall to approximately $312,000. That is an $84,000 correction. That correction can happen two ways: prices fall, or incomes rise faster than prices over a sustained period. In previous corrections, it was primarily prices that moved. In 2008, the price-to-income ratio peaked at 4.7 in 2006. By 2012, it had corrected back to 3.5. We are currently at 5.1, higher than the 2006 peak. The math of affordability is more stretched than at any previous cycle top. This condition moves last after forced sellers appear and inventory builds. It is the confirmation, not the signal. So here is where we stand against all three conditions today. Condition 1, force sellers in volume. Not yet. The inputs are building. Watch job losses and credit stress monthly. Condition 2, 6 months of inventory. Not yet. Currently at 3.7 months, needs to cross 6. Will not happen until condition 1 accelerates. Condition 3, price to income normalization. Not yet. Currently at 5.1 versus a historical norm of 3 to 4. This is the last condition to resolve. None of the three have triggered. That is why the answer is still not yet. But here is what the historical record says about waiting for all three to be fully confirmed before buying. You miss the bottom. Every time. By the time all three conditions are undeniably confirmed, the early buyers have already moved and prices are recovering. The families who bought in 2010 and 2011 did not buy at the absolute bottom. They bought when condition 1 was clearly running and condition 2 was building, before the full confirmation. That is the window, not when the headlines say it is safe, when the three conditions are converging, even before they are fully resolved. Right now, we are in the surveillance phase, watching the inputs, tracking the conditions, not buying to sell, but not ignoring the signals either. The moment condition 1 starts accelerating is the moment to start getting positioned, not waiting for the bottom to be announced, getting positioned while the window is open. The bottom is never announced. It is recognized in hindsight by the people who were not ready, and acted on in real time by the people who already knew the three conditions and were watching. Share this with anyone you know who is waiting to buy a house and has no framework for when that moment actually arrives. The three conditions are the framework. Subscribe, because the next video covers what to do with your financial position right now while you wait for the window to open. That video is the other half of this one. Now you know the three conditions. The question is whether you will be watching when they converge. Because the window does not stay open long, and the people who walk through it are the ones who were already standing at the door.